Dude, I can't. That transition is so good. It's so good. Oh. Great day to play. Great day to play. It's a great day to play, everybody. Welcome on into the channel. Yeah. Whether it's your first time here or you are joining us, thank you for being here with us today. You are loved, appreciated, always welcome here in this channel, and you are.
Enough.
Ooh boy. Today, we are finally getting to, because Lucas went on vacation, then I went on vacation, then we got back from vacation, but there was a lot of Saturdays in between there. We didn't have a lot of time together.
But we had to get some sun. You can tell I got some sun.
I can tell Lucas got some sun.
I can't tell you.
You can't tell I got some sun?
I can't tell you.
I got a little sun.
Okay.
I got a little sun. Not a lot of sun, but I got a little sun. We went heavy on the sunscreen while we were there though.
Gotcha.
Because we actually walked around the parks and I didn't want to be like,
dude, I was out in the sun. I was basking.
No, we didn't do any of that.
Oh.
We did a lot of walking around the parks.
Fun.
Yeah, it was fun. But while we were gone, people were like, hey, are you guys going to do the new Jimin collab? And I was like, yeah, we are, but I wasn't going to do it on the road without my homie.
True.
You know, Lulu. True. My homie Lulu needed to be
Me
involved.
and my homies.
So that's what we're going to do today. This is TAEYANG Vibe featuring Jimin of BTS. I have really tried hard to stay away because like it was really hard because like especially on Twitter, it blows up and then people will post like small snippets of it and stuff. And like I would just have to keep just like scroll. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want anything. So we're going into this blind. I hope you guys enjoy this. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow along with our journey. Check out our live streams Saturdays, noon Central Time, and our pop-ups during the week. And you can check out our music, Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Without further ado, let's go. Is he upside down?
Yeah. Homeboy's jacked.
Okay. Like the MJ move.
Okay.
Dude,
okay.
Go for it.
So the beginning of that song, right now, the beginning of that song, period. Do you feel like it needed anything else?
I don't.
Right.
But the crazy thing is like
there was nothing.
Right. And this is
so good.
This is something I've been getting really into, and because me and you, we write music all the time together.
Yeah.
And you write something and my first reaction is it needs this. It needs something. I write something and your first reaction is it needs something else.
Yeah.
And then we hear the right melody with the right vocalist on it and it doesn't.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's the artist that makes the rest of the track really be what it can be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it didn't need anything else. It was perfect.
And so for us versus these artists, a lot of times what happens is when we're writing songs, we tend to write a lot of songs in a lot of different places, right?
Right.
And then we fit ourselves into them because that's what we have, right? That's what we have to work with. At some point, obviously, we have songs that we've decided like are really good, and we're like, we're not going to do these. We're going to shop them.
Right.
But when this is where like when you have a song and you start really learning an artist and you have one made for him, like you said, like you can start more tailoring to fit that artist versus being all over the place.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because, and if you guys don't know what we're talking about, I want to go back to here because we had a little bit when this transition happened. So we had some here, but if you listen to this, percussion, drums.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a little bit of bass tone.
Yeah, light 808. So simple.
Yeah. But like the vibe is good,
right?
Like the beat, like it was really weird because I didn't expect that was where it was gonna go. Like it almost sounds like if you added in a couple more things, it almost sounds like it could be like an island type.
Yeah,
beat
a little
with
bit,
like the way that the swing is on it. But yeah, you and I were in the same place of like when you said that and you were like, do you like? It's like no, it's so simple, but it's so good, It's so good.
And then this transition coming up is so like this is where everything comes in. It's like a transition that I was envious of the moment I heard it. Right here.
Yeah. And it's just a synth chord. That's it.
Yeah. Oh. Shika-dunk-a-dunk.
Dude. Even those drums, because like he did a couple of those MJ moves too.
Yeah.
Like that is like that quintessential like late 80s sound.
Dude.
With those drums, man. Like,
What did and I'm not
saying it was copying me, but
what did I guess I just know how people get.
Yeah.
What did Bruno do to the world? Like he Silk Sonic, because Anderson .Paak had a huge hand in it, obviously too. Bruno gets a lot of the credit, but Anderson .Paak was really anyway. He's a tastemaker. That's what. But what did they do to the world? It's a great thing. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
But like everybody is in that place now. They're in that like early mid 90s kind of late 80s kind of era, and it's like I'm happy it's back because that was like the first 5 years of my life and how I fell in love with music.
It was music that came out of there was so good. Let's be honest, because it was an experimental time where like instrumentation was starting to be played around with, right? We started seeing like the first types like 808s and a lot of digital sounds and just people playing around with different rhythms and stuff. So it gave producers, like even home producers, the ability to try all these new things. And that's where you got a lot of these really cool creative sounds out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
I want to go back because that transition was fucking, You little screams in the background. Oh. Oh, all right, Jimin. Dude, I can't. That transition is so good. It's so good. Their voices go together really, really well on this too.
Yeah, and you can tell like Jimin's he has such a young voice. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure he can do like rasps and stuff. Yeah. But his natural singing voice is so clean and crisp. It reminds me of like, remember, not Baby Bieber, but like Mid Bieber.
Yeah.
Where he was like, I'm grown. The first time he was like, I'm grown up now, you know. It like reminds me of that same purity in his voice.
It's so weird because like as I've watched the Jimin evolution, the Jiminlution, if you may.
Wow, that was a good one.
That was a good one. No. if you watched it though, like his voice actually, like as he got older, his voice got younger.
Interesting.
And I don't know if it was like a training thing, if he was just kind of more coming into his voice and really kind of learning his voice more. Because a lot of times, like you'll find that artists have like a specific quality, but until you really work on that specific quality, it doesn't really come out. But like the older that he's gotten, the more that his voice has kind of taken on that very, very clean, higher quality to it. You know what I mean?
It might just be the fact that he's using it so much.
Could be.
Because you know how like if you're singing and singing, you clean things up.
Yeah.
You can just clean stuff up if you want to. And I'm sure it's been what, 7 years?
Oh God, no,
8 years.
They debuted in 2013.
Oh, I should know this stuff.
Years.
But
Almost
Josh knows this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time, and he's probably been practicing a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
But just very, very, very cool. And again, I really like this is like such a good song for both of them, man. Like, wow.
Oh, dude. Listen to it with a couple headphones on.
Yep.
So crisp.
Like, listen to that, man.
Right.
Like, because that's like almost in the same range, right?
Yeah.
But I don't understand it. Like, it's a very, very rare timbre that he has.
Yes, he sounds
to
so
his voice.
tiny.
It's a very, very rare timbre that he has. And I was trying to explain this well because another one that's in BTS, which is V, has that very low timbre. But they can almost sing in the same range.
Yeah, right.
So his voice just sounds so much lower and thicker, where like Jimin's just sounds so much higher, even though it's the same note. And I was like, the best way that I could almost think about explaining it was like in car terms, like in big engines on cars. You know how they have like, especially like the big ones that like go on the race, they have like they do what's called loping. So every time the engine turns over, right? So you have a big motor and it's boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 right? And then you have a smaller motor that might be as fast, but the engine has to turn so much faster.
Right. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
that's
like
where
a
you get
Honda
those little,
Civic.
the little four cylinders, and you get the, but the other one's like, boom, boom.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Like,
get it.
And that's, I feel like, kind of the way that it is. They're both doing the same thing. They're
Right.
both going in the same direction, but the movement, the air as it pushes through, makes them sound like two very, very different things.
Yes.
And like, I don't know why that's where my brain goes, but I was trying to like figure out a way
That's
to
a good one.
explain it.
No, that is a good one.
And that's like the only way that I could do it that I feel like people might be able to visualize, you know? Because somehow the way that he pushes air, it's like you said, it's so constricted and so tiny that it's just like
so crazy.
very cool. God dang, dude.
Very cool.
And like, the simplicity when like that break came in and then like took everything out again besides just like the chord and the percussions and like the build back up. Like, dude, this felt, and there had to have been an ode to it because there was a ton of MJ moves in there.
Yeah,
it's almost like it was an MJ vibe, but it's just like, man, did that feel like it felt like a Michael Jackson song. And I say that not in a way of saying like, oh, they ripped it. I'm like, that is a huge compliment to say like, man, this feels like it's in that level and that caliber between the dancing, the singing. Like, wow.
One of the things I wonder about like these two specifically, they're in two different bands. They get together. They're at the photo shoot. They're doing the choreography, and like to meet up. Obviously, like it'd be like me and you. We do this. We produce every day, and then you go to a different studio, and you're like, it's the same program and everything, and you just like get to kind of watch how the other person approaches it. You know what I mean? How Jimin approaches his dancing versus and then how they learn and like to be able to learn. That must be really exciting for them to be able to do.
I mean, because you're going to kind of get out of your box and see new things.
Right.
Speaking of the one thing I noticed, he was a feature on this.
Right.
He did a ton. Like he had an entire verse, he did an entire chorus, and on top of it, he did a lot of the bridge. So like, I think that says something about like I think it's a big thing for Taeyang to be like, hey, by the way, this is my song, but I really like respect you and your craft a lot. Where like because again, normally when it's just a feature, you're not gonna do that because you still want the song to be about you, and not necessarily about the other person. But I just think that that's really, really cool that they were able to really come together and do like a song together. Like, if I didn't know it was a feature, I would totally think that these guys were in a group together. You know?
Which is
I like that.
The way that it would here we don't do that at all. It's like you want a feature, or here's 8 bars. Give me 10 grand. You know what I mean? I'm sure someone paid someone something. But are they on the same label? You might know.
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think because Taeyang, I might get this wrong. I think that he's from Big Bang, and I don't even know that group is still together. They might be together still. I don't know. He's previous generation though, before BTS. So yeah, I don't know if he's just doing solo stuff or not. I'm not as familiar with all their stuff. We've only done a couple from them. But yeah, wow.
Were they the ones with all that They had a video with like a super sexy video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bang,
yeah.
bang, bang.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I think so. It was
were
like sexy, but then like it also that it was like bang, 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 and then like
yeah. I do remember that. That was a good song.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
All right, guys. I hope you like this. Please don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave your comments down below. We do love to read your comments, and check out our live streams Saturdays noon Central Time, or our pop-ups during the week. Check out our music on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon, and all the other places that music exists. You can support us on Patreon, where we have extra content there. YouTube members, where we have extra content there. So many things. Twitter, Instagram.
You could literally fill your whole day with content that we have.
Whole day with content that we have.
Your whole life.
Your whole life could just be us.
Quit your job.
Watch us all day long while you have electricity, apparently.
Yeah, until you don't.
Until you don't. Nobody told you that they love you today. Don't forget that we love you. You're appreciated, always welcome here in this channel, and you are enough. And last but certainly not least,
it was a great day to play.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye.